Yeah, Kansas is the laughing stock of Power Five football. They are the very bottom. I think Lance Leopold's a good coach, so we'll see what he can do there under their facilities and circumstances. But that's another story. But yeah, they are pretty much, that kind of marks the bottom of the barrel in college football. And there were some signs there, certainly, as we've discussed before we started to record, that the Texas performances that were more like big letdowns against good teams. Okay, they're good, but they're not closing. They're not getting it done. It just started to deteriorate. That Iowa State game was a big sign of things to come. And also Kansas being capable of taking Oklahoma deep into the fourth quarter. So it was ripe for this kind of scenario. But you always expect the more talented team just to kind of pull it together when they need to and make the plays and get it done. But effort's also been an issue, as you've stated, out of certain guys. And if another team's really fired up and ready to play and can play carefree, then again, this can be the result.
Yeah, there's very few people on this team you point to, you look at and say, this guy's giving max effort. Only like 3 or 4 guys that come to mind. I think Casey Thompson gives max effort. I mean, he's out there. I'm pretty sure, I would not be surprised in the offseason if they announce he has ligament damage in his thumb. After every throw, he's looking at his thumb, playing with his thumb. Bijan Robinson gives max effort. And unfortunately now, because the people around him didn't give max effort blocking for him, he's out with a dislocated elbow. Xavier Worthy was literally limping the whole game. Like, he wanted to be out there. He was trying to make a difference. He was giving max effort, and he made a difference. That guy's the best freshman in the history of Texas football at the wide receiver position, has a chance to be the best wide receiver in the history of Texas football, had 3 touchdowns versus Kansas. And then you have Marcus Washington, who makes some dumb penalties, but he cares. And he had a really good game versus Kansas as well. 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards receiving. And then Brendan Schooler, not a great player, but he was out there flying around. And I've been hard on him because he missed a lot of tackles. But guess what? At least he gives max effort. There's not that many guys on that team that can say that, in my opinion.
Got Matthew Miller on the line talking Texas football. The Longhorns, once a 4-1 football team with a lead at halftime, a significant lead against Oklahoma by 3 scores. That had to be the pinnacle of the season right there. We think so much differently about this football. Probably Florida and Texas would be the 2 football teams that we have the most discrepancy in what we thought about the caliber of the team 4 or 5 weeks ago versus right now. And Texas drops to 4-6 with the unthinkable loss to Kansas. It's happened about 5 years ago, correct? They lost to Kansas like in some crazy last-second field goal, 51-48 kind of game.
Yeah, it was Charlie Strong's last year, so 2016. And
so there you go.
Game.